Coach, giving you an opportunity before you talk about the game, just in a nutshell, how has the season been? And after that, perhaps give you a summary of this 90 minutes.
Yeah, it's been a rocky season for us. You know, we finished extremely well last season, second. And, you know, our first 5 games, we didn't get a win. And that obviously put us on the back foot. And when that happens, psychologically, the players suffer. And we suffered for quite a while. And the problem that we had was that we were playing extremely good football. The opportunities we were creating, we couldn't turn them into goals. And we started the season, obviously, poorly. But as the season went on, the chairman showed a lot of faith in us as a technical team, and then obviously also in the squad that we have. And we knew, you know, that somewhere along the line, things would have to change. Our fortunes would change because, you know, the chances and the opportunities that we're creating, you know, if we can turn them into goals, our seasons would get our season back on track, and that's what ended up happening just before the Christmas break. And then after the Christmas break, we started collecting extremely valuable points and started climbing that table and looking to reach the objectives that we obviously set ourselves at the beginning of the season, which was a top 4 finish. So a very poor start, but a very, very good finish. And but it still doesn't make me happy, because I think about games that we should have won comfortably. And, you know, I can go back to Chippa, I can go back to Sekhukhune, I can go back to Golden Arrows recently, you know, the amount of chances that we had, and we end up not collecting points. Going 2-0 up against Stellies and then losing a 3-2, you know. Game management. So a lot of things that we need to obviously look to improve on for next season, so that we ensure that we start on the right foot and we try and reach those objectives a lot sooner than what we did this season.
Thank you, Coach. Now, you just won a match last of the season. Give us a summary of what happened in the 90 minutes plus.
Yeah, I think, you know, we came into this match knowing that worst case scenario, we would finish 5th. We had absolutely nothing to lose. We worked during the week in terms of our pressing strategy against them, in terms of our final third, what we needed to do in terms of creating those opportunities. And we wanted to come here and play on the front foot, and I thought we did that extremely well. First 15, 20 minutes. We created enough chances, in my opinion, to get 2 or 3 goals and really kill off the game. And unfortunately, that doesn't happen. We went 1-0 up. A little bit of fear in the players. Started allowing them into the game a little bit. But we still created the better opportunities. And then obviously the red card changes everything, you know. I felt that was his first tackle. I don't think it should have been a red, in my opinion. It should have been a yellow. Obviously you need to watch it on video. But from what I saw, it looked more like a yellow. But that changed the match. And then for 60 minutes, it was all about work ethic, everybody working together, not giving up, defensively being organized, structured. And then I made 1 or 2 little adjustments where I decided to be a little bit braver and go with the 2 strikers and try and catch them on the counter. But the effort that the boys gave me today was exceptional. So I'm extremely proud of them. And it's not easy. You know, people say, it's not easy to play against 10. Yeah, but it's not easy having to defend with 10, you know. And we had to be very, very brave defensively today. I thought Keanu Cupido was exceptional. The youngster, Luyolo, when he came on, made one extremely important tackle right at the death. You know, so, and that was his debut against Chiefs. So very proud of him and everybody else, you know, the whole technical team and the squad itself. I think, you know, from all the effort that we've been putting in this season, I think they deserve the result they got, which was the win.
Thank you very much. Just without prejudice, the player actually has been admitted in hospital with suspected fracture left leg, so it might be as serious as it didn't look, Coach.
Okay.
Let's take questions, a few, just so that we wrap up very quickly. There's a mic, Mazolo, we'll start with you.
Coach, runners-up last season, fourth this season, you know, where would you say the difference was? I mean, could it also, I mean, how do you improve a team as well? Is it bringing in players, or is it structurally behind the scenes?
No, like I said, it was our start, the way we started. We didn't get the results. The performances were good, even the first game against Sundowns. You know, the first game against Sundowns, I don't think we deserved to lose 2-0. I think we deserved to at least get a point out of that game, and we didn't. Swallows away, same thing. Amazulu. You know, so everything had to do with the start. And like I said, when you start that way and you go 5 games without a win, the pressure's on. Because the media starts talking about it, oh, they haven't won a game in 5. And immediately the pressure is on the players, it's on the technical team, it's on the club. And that's what makes it difficult. So the way you start is extremely important. And we didn't have that start that we needed to have. Even in that first game against Sundowns, the back 4 that kept the most clean sheets last season wasn't there. Not a single one of them. Terence Mashego was injured. Tariq Phillips was injured. Tamiam Kize was injured. Fasika was sitting in the Congo still. So we went with a complete new back 4, and we had to use that back 4 the first 3-4 games. You know, so that wasn't the ideal scenario to find ourselves in. So I think the problem lied there. I don't think it had anything to do with anything else.
Thank you. See 1, 2, or see if there's no more hands, and we close.
Sia from Cape Up. Congratulations on the win, Coach. To get a red card in the first half, like you said, changes everything. What was your message to the players at halftime, knowing that Chiefs would come back with everything in the second half? Like, what did it take to see this game out?
Yeah, I think what was key for the players to understand, because as we got the red card and Phillies went out, we started defending way too deep. And that pressure, you can't sustain it for too long. So the main message at halftime was making the players aware that, you know, we go into a block defensively, 4-4-1. We don't worry too much about the 2 centre-backs having the ball. But the front players, their front 3, the midfield 3, have to be pressurized. So that needs to continue, you know. And that you got to understand, you got to put in the extra work. But what you can't afford to do is keep dropping too deep into your box, because somewhere along the line it's going to break. The line is going to break. So, you know, that was the main message at halftime. And then also talking about what I was planning to do 10 minutes into the second half, where I would look to change that structure and be a little bit, if we could hold them for 10-15 minutes, they're going to start committing numbers, and maybe we can catch them on the counter. So I was going to change the formation so that we were a little bit more offensive. But by doing that, I'm actually asking a lot from the back 4 and then the midfield 3, because I'm leaving 2 up there now. You know, and Mani came on and it caused them problems. He was a handful. You know, so, and sometimes the best form of defense is attack. That's the way I think. And in order to relieve some of that pressure.
Thank you, Coach. We'll take the last question and ask Jago to prepare the next coach, Coach Apazwani.
Coach Nick Quality News. I'm going to elaborate more and tell us what are your plans for next year in terms of reinforcing the team. Are you happy with the current crop of players, or you planning to reinforce? And question number 2, there's a lot of speculation that your number 10 will leave the club. Just tell us more about it this way.
So yeah, obviously we start looking at players right at the beginning of the season, believe it or not. So we've already made decisions on what our squad is for next season. So there will be some new faces that are coming in, which we will obviously announce at the right time. There will be some players that will be leaving us. But those decisions, believe it or not, they've all been made a long time ago. The one issue that we have, and I tell agents, we got too many foreigners in our squad currently. We have 7 foreign players, and we have to make decision on 2 of them because we can only keep the 5, you know. So there will be 1 or 2 changes also in terms of the foreign spots. So, but we will obviously announce that when it's the right time. With regards to Mdansani, again, like I said, that announcement will be made at the right time.